the presumed incoming president, Joe Biden, has promised to double down on using the so-called Defense Production Act, which Trump took advantage of in what I thought was a spectacularly silly idea of forcing General Motors to make hospital equipment. And I don't know how that turned out, but I'm fairly confident that the manufacturers of that equipment could have just as easily ramped up production in a more efficient way. But he's given this potent weapon to the new president, and he seems to want to double down. He actually talks about Logan. What's the word? The supply commander.
Yes.
He's creating a position called supply commander, and that's statism is one. Yeah, statism is one word for that. But I noticed that neither of you had the audacity to use the F word in this book. When I was a young economist, I was taught that fascism was government control of the means of production. Now, I agree with George Orwell that the word has been completely rendered meaningless by all sorts of abuses of the term, but aren't we talking about government control of the means of production, even in the United States?
Yeah, sure. I mean, Italian fascism, to the extent that it had a theory at all, it was more theoretical than our current fascist president is, but it was indeed what we call the United States associative capitalism. That is, we're going to get each industry organized, and by that means they meant form a cartel, so that the steel manufacturers and the auto manufacturers and the doctors and everyone have their own little syndicalist plan to share the spoils of hurting the consumers with the trade unions, which is what the agreement was. And that's you know, it's not Lenin, but it has some of the same effects as Lenin. So I'm perfectly willing to use the word fascism carefully. There was a really good article, I forget where it was, maybe in the Washington Post, where this historian of fascism went through the question, is Donald Trump a fascist? And he had done it before Trump was elected, and then he did it a couple of months ago after our actual experience with him. And he said, well, no, he's not a fascist yet. He's a wannabe fascist. Every instinct he has is authoritarian and indeed centralizing. He reckons the United States is a family firm, his family firm. So, you know, I agree with you that we're going to get the Bob Reich view of the world with Joe, but we can't have another 4 years of Trump. I mean, boy,